Well, hey, let's get started doing this really pretty layered paper flower. I've got my flower and leaves and everything all cut out. I've done 2 different colors, and there's 5 different sizes. You can alternate colors like I did by size, or you can make one of each size a different color. So you'd have one light yellow large petal and one dark yellow petal, and so on. But you can do it all in the same color if you want. It's all up to you. I've got stamens and leaves, and I'm going to be using possibly a variety of different glues here. I've got some Zig 2-way glue, an Uhu glue stick, and Barely Art glue. I also have a couple of different round tools here. A file from my husband's collection, and like a skewer stick, and also another kind of flat end stick that I may be using. I'll probably need some scissors too. So we're just gonna kind of gather our pieces, and I'm gonna set them right over here. Just move this out of the way here, and take one of my round tools, and I'm going to start bending the petals on the smallest center petal piece, and I'm just going to go around and wrap each separate petal tightly around the tool, whichever tool you decide to use. A little dowel or skewer stick works great. I'm using this file from my husband's set. And I'm just going to continue wrapping each of my petals around so they turn into like little rolls, I guess is what you would call them. But this gives the flower some dimension. So I'm just going to try to speed this up here a little bit as we go through here, because we're going to do each different size the same way. I'm kind of unwrapping that now. And I also want to do the stamen. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this and then start wrapping this around my tool. So it turns into like a little roll. And you want to put glue all the way along and make sure that it kind of stays even on the bottom, so you don't get like a spiral of, you want it all to be one little piece when you get it done. So you can see how I'm doing it here, just carefully rolling it up and gluing it as I go. And this glue, the Barely Art glue, dries pretty fast. So I have to put some more glue around it so I can put it right inside that center petal piece. And I'm going to wrap it, kind of pull these petals up, fold them up so they hug the stamen, and begin to shape a pretty little flower center. I have to use more glue. I want to make sure that this stays. So let's put some glue all the way around and tighten everything up around the stamens so that it stays together nice and tight. I want to make sure that this is down in tightly against the flower petals, so I'm just kind of pushing it down and trying to spread out these petals just a little bit so we get a little bit of dimension. I'm kind of bending the tips back, if you can see what I'm doing. bending the tips of the petals back so that it reveals a larger space for the stamens to kind of spread out. So I'm just going to go around all 5 petals and just pull them out a little bit. See, either one of these tools works pretty good for bending the tips of your petals back. Let's make sure it doesn't come apart. Plenty of glue. This glue dries clear, so it's really nice. It sets up pretty fast with paper and dries clear, so it's great stuff. So we're gonna just go around and do the rest of the petal shapes. I've got 2 of each size left, and I'm gonna kind of stack them, and this will make this go faster. If you stack 2, I don't like to do more than 2 because it's a little hard on my hands. These old hands kind of start to complain after a while, but I'm just gonna roll them up as best I can, and 2 at a time, and it doesn't take too very long. Now I can pull this apart, and what I want to do is I want to kind of flatten them out a little bit, arrange the petals, and just kind of stagger it so that it looks nice and full. Then I'm going to put some glue in the center and let it dry for a little bit while I do the rest of the petals. This flower is really pretty. It's really full with all the different sizes of petals and the layers. And I think that the different colors make it look really pretty too. Like I say, you can do it whatever way you want, but I like to have variegated color and lots of layers. So I just kind of sped through doing the other size petals. This is the largest size petal now. We want to, I'm doing this separate instead of stacked because it's just a little bit too, my hands are getting tired. You can do it stacked if you want. But after I get it twirled up like little sausages, I'm going to flatten it out and kind of bend back the tips of the petals like we did for the center, and this will make it look a little bit fuller and really show off what we've got done so far. So let's do that again for this other shape, this other large shape, and just trying to go through it, sped up the video just a little bit so it doesn't take so long. You get the idea. You just twist and then spread it out a little bit. And when you glue them, always make sure you stagger them so it looks like instead of 5 petals, you can see all 10. Remember to turn back the tips of your petals after you get it all rolled up. Alright, so we're getting there. Glue these together and then put the center part, what we have stacked up from the other size petals, we'll glue them down. And I'm just gonna put it right there, and I'm going to fluff it a little bit, arrange it so it looks real pretty. And then we'll go ahead and put the very center with the stamens in. After it's had a little bit of time to set up. Put lots of glue on this. And in it goes. Right in the center. I'm just going to press this down a little bit and make sure it's got a good connection there. Now we get to do the leaves. These leaves, they're identical. So if you wanted to just have one set of leaves, you could glue them together on top of each other and it'd be a little bit stiffer. Or you can kind of arrange them any way you want. I'm going to spread mine out. So just take your time and figure out how you like it, how it looks best to you. And then we'll put some glue on the bottom and glue them to the bottom of the flower. We're almost done. I want to make sure my leaves stay attached, so I'm going to put some more glue on. Then I have this little piece right here. I need to trim that off. And there it is. The beautiful flower. I hope you have fun. Make it. Maker's gonna make. Hey, thank you for watching. I hope you had fun making this flower and that you will check out my shop, my Silhouette shop. I'll put the link in the description. And thank you so much for supporting my small business. It really means a lot to me. If you can hit the subscribe and like button, that would be great. That would really help me out on YouTube. Thank you so much, and y'all have a great day.